Night Live. Oh my gosh, I can't wait till YouTube fixes their app. Because this is a little annoying. I don't know why they do this. Maybe it's just the app on my phone. Maybe I need to get a new phone. But anywho, thank you guys so much for joining me. So for anyone watching this later on replay, this is a live video. The whole point's for me to be able to chit chat with people, answer questions, etc. If that's not your kind of video, please feel free to not watch. I have plenty of videos that are just straight up tutorials without any talking. It's always amazing to me that I pretty much one for one get rude people that are like, oh my gosh, you talk too much. And I'm like, you're watching a live video. That's the whole point. But they miss the point. So anywho, for everyone else that's here, hi Carol. Please say hi in the chat box. Let me know where you're watching from. And feel free to ask any and all questions. The whole point of this is for me to be able to answer you guys in person and make sure hopefully we leave with some more knowledge that we didn't have before. I'm going to try to zoom in here a little bit. Hopefully that's okay. Hey, Veronica. Don't worry, I'm going to adjust this slightly out here. So there we go. All right, we got Florida in the house, upstate New York, South Louisiana. Welcome, welcome. Excellent. Well, let's get started. I decided tonight that I would do a technique that I haven't done in so long, and I don't quite know why, because it's one of my favorites. It's so, like, such a silly technique. You're here but distracted. Me too. But anyways, it is the infinity pour. You guys remember that one? It's been so long since I've done it. But it is really a fun one. I'm trying to decide if I should just use 2 regular cups or 2 pouring cups. And also exciting news, I only have 1 glove. I ran out of gloves and forgot to grab some from the office. So there you go. Good times. Hello, hello, everybody. All right, I gotta straighten this out a little bit. Yep. Hopefully that's correct. Pretty good, pretty good. I need to go a little more this way. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and do 2 split cups because I have them here, so why not? Might as well. That can help keep the colors a little more separate. I'm gonna be Michael Jackson. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everyone's having a great week so far. Now I made an announcement on Facebook yesterday, but I want to just let you guys know as well. But I am seriously working on getting some new products out, hopefully before the holidays. Hey, Lori, I'm great. How are you? One of them being 10 new colors. So that's pouring paint colors. Another one being just the acrylic paint line. So that's acrylic paint that you can mix with any pouring medium or just use it as regular acrylic paint. So those are both pretty exciting. Yeah, I want to come out with 10 new colors. I'm still trying to decide what they are. So if you have any votes, feel free to shoot me a message or anything. And then also some resin colorants, which I don't have too much information on that yet, but I have more coming soon. So any and all purchases on the website really help. I don't typically discuss this, but everything's funded out of my pockets, which are not very full ever because it's always going back into new products. So any and all purchases, I'm aiming for 500 more sales on the website this month, which if we hit that goal, we should be able to release the new colors and the acrylic paint line. So that's my goal. And I do have a 60% off of any course with the code COURSE, and that expires tonight. Veronica, if you are not too distracted and can put that in the chat box, please do so. Otherwise, I'll put it in the chat box in just a minute. But let's get started. Awesome, Allison. Love to hear that. All right, so I'm going to do light colors in one side, I think, and dark in the other. So I've got some white. Let's get some electric lime, and we're going to go crazy on these colors, all right? Let's do some turquoise. Okay. And a little more white. Hey, Jill. And I'm going to do some kind of limited edition colors. So this one's called Beer Cheese. It's actually one from last year that I'm like, you know, I want a yellow and I'm out of primary yellow, so I'm just going to use that. I think right next to that, I'm going to put some more turquoise, just as kind of a buffer. And then I'm going to put, this is a Dreamy Lilac. Lori, that's for any of my online courses. So I've got a whole bunch. I've got a bunch of mini courses. I've got 50 acrylic pour techniques. I've got resin courses. So that code will be good for 60% off of any of the courses on my website. All right. Now I wasn't very smart. I wasn't thinking with how much paint we needed. So I already have too much, but that's okay. We'll do 2 projects. So in this one, I'm going to use less because I don't need that. Sometimes when I talk, I get a little distracted, you know? And I'm going to put these lids on because otherwise I'm apt to knock them over. All right, now on this side, I'm not going to use black, but I am going to use some darker colors. So we've got Caribbean teal. We've got some Merlot. And I'm going to use Peachy Coral, which isn't super dark, but it's kind of a little bit, whatever. I don't know. It's not really dark. And I think I'm going to add some Pacific Blue. Hello, Julie. I've got a little bit of gold. We're going to have so many colors here, but having a lot of colors really works quite well with this technique. So there's some more Merlot. And I think I'll end off that side with a slight amount of Caribbean teal. Okay. Yeah, I love the Peachy Coral as well. And sometimes I just forget to use it. So I'm trying to get better. All right. So this is a technique that takes some coordination. I'm not going to lie. You're going to pour the cups at the same time. And you're going to kind of overlap them. So even I sometimes am like, ah. I'm not going to pour all this paint out because it's a lot. Ooh. But I do hopefully want to get all the colors to come out. And at the end here, ooh, there we go. We got the green. I usually like to go a little more wild with it. There. I think that's plenty. I'm going to combine the rest of these into one cup and we'll use it for another technique. Okay. Set that over there. And now we tilt. I did get a piece of dried paint in there I saw, so I'm going to take that out real quick. Yep. Saw that come out. This is one of those techniques that's a little scary until you stretch it out. Then I think it looks even more awesome. Oh my gosh, another one. It could sometimes be from that old paint. Who knows? That's okay. Or maybe that's just air bubbles. I don't know. Look how fun this is. Bengals versus Dolphins, eh? Is that what this is? And you can honestly stretch it out as much or as little as you want. But look how fun that is. That is super fun. So I'm going to just touch up this corner and this corner. This would also be a fun one to tilt out. I've never tried, or not to tilt out, sorry, to spin out. I've never tried spinning one of these out, but I think that would be a lot of fun. So there we go. I'm going to put this off to the side to dry, and then we'll do another one because we've got that leftover paint in the cup. gonna put it in this corner over here, out of the way. And I don't just leave these on the table. I put them up on painter's pyramids. I just got a whole bunch of them. I just reuse them. So much fun. All right. I don't think Veronica got the memo on the courses. So I'll put it in the chat box in just a second. You know what we could do that I also haven't done for a while that would be fun is a swipe with silicone. And I've never done really, or I don't know about never, but I typically don't do swipes as dirty pours. So this could be something a little bit different. I'm thinking let's go ahead and try it. Awesome, Jill. Thank you. Okay, so let's put this here. Actually, I'm probably going to raise this up so it's not sitting in that wet paint. It's so fun working with one glove. And I've got some treadmill silicone that's in this separate container. It has been in this container for forever because I never use it. But what we're going to do is we're going to take some white and we're going to put it in a cup. And we're going to add a little bit of silicone to that. Get some more white in here. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. You don't have to use silicone with this technique, but it is good if you want to get some big, juicy cells. It can really help with that. My stir sticks. Now it's kind of hard to measure because I have it in this bottle instead of in my squirt bottle like I normally have. So I'm going to actually put it directly on the stick so I don't overdo it. So do not ask me how many drops I got. It's only about 1.5 ounces of white. It's not that much. I don't know, what's your definition of a lot? And then let me get some pyramids to raise this up. And don't worry, I'll make sure that everything is in the camera before I start. I'm having a messy day. Give me a second to adjust the camera just a little bit. There we go. Hopefully you guys can all see that fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paint that's in this cup and I'm going to pour this out. It looks like there's about 5 ounces in here, so I will probably need some more paint. So I guess it'll be a partial dirty pour and a partial clean pour. And I'm going to just set this down on this corner for a minute to drain. Hi, Kathy. And let's add in some colors. So here's some Pacific Blue, one of my favorites. And then let's go with some peachy coral. Why not? And I'm leaving kind of a little line at the top there for that white, which is what I'm going to swipe with. Okay. And this may seem like a weird color to use with these guys, but I'm going to put some electric lime in there. For me, it works. For other people, they might hate it, but I like these colors together. Okay, this is pretty much enough paint. We'll probably get a little more white in there, but I'm gonna just spread this out so that we don't have any blank spots of canvas. I'm trying not to mix it too much as I do so. And the reason we don't want blank spots of canvas is if we have those, then once we start swiping, those will kind of stop whatever we're swiping with. It'll stop the paint. And the other thing we don't want is uneven paint as much as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and go side to side a little bit. Okay. And now let's get some white in here. So I'll put white up here for my swipe color. And I'm going to add a little white into a couple spots in here as well. I think this is going to be pretty fun. I hope. Alright, there's a couple spots that I still want to fill in. Like up here at the top, I'm going to add a little more Pacific blue. And down here, this corner needs a little more paint. Alright, I feel pretty confident about that. What do you guys think? This is what I call the ugly stage sometimes, where it's a little doubtful about how this is going to turn out. I'm going to catch some of my edges here before I even start. And a tiny more of this white up here. Okay, I'm going to swipe with a paper towel. I'm going to just wipe my hand off real quick first. And you can do this with a wet paper towel. You can do this with a dry. Oh, good. Veronica, can you get the info for the 60% off of courses and post the link and the code? All right. So I'm going to take my, oh, you know what? This is not quite 12 inches. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take a longer piece. I'm going to take my paper towel here, and I'm going to have it pick up the paint on the edge of my canvas. And I want to make sure that the paper towel picks it up all the way across. And I want it to pick up about 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to pull that over. You don't particularly have to do it slow or fast. You don't even have to do it straight if you don't want to. Yeah, Cindy, it's one of those that I like swipes, but for some reason I always kind of forget about them. I don't know why, but. And then we see these gorgeous cells popping up. You can swipe more than once if you want. Like you could go back the other direction. This is also one that if I can find it, because I just moved everything in my studio, this is one of the techniques, one of the very few techniques that I like to torch. So while we're all watching these beautiful cells pop up, let me look really quick for my torch. I just switched out my whole work table and everything, so I had to move everything off. And I vaguely remember putting my torch somewhere and going, don't forget you put this here. Unfortunately, I don't know that I know where that is. So we may not get to torch this. Oh, I think I remembered. Yeah, I think I put it in this box. There it is. Now, torches do not create cells, just in case anyone's wondering. on a shelf you never use, right? Actually, I put it in a box this time. But it does pop air bubbles. So therefore, it can help pull up cells just by popping the air bubbles. But it can also give you interesting clusters of cells that you may or may not like. So you gotta just kind of know that ahead of time. It can kind of give you some pinhole cells, but it can be fun. Look at that. That's pretty fun. And you can tilt this. I don't prefer to, but you could also spin it out if you'd like. And you're going to usually end up with a section up here that's a little more white or whatever color you swiped with. For me, swipes end up being backgrounds. I know, right? Super fun. So I will usually cover that part up and put some flowers or whatever I'm painting on there. But if you want, you can tilt it or you could spin it out, etc. If anything, I would say to try to spin it out, because otherwise tilting it, you can kind of make your cells go a little bit wonky. I'm going to leave it as is though, because I'm really, really happy with this. And let's do a close-up so you guys can see these cells up close and in person. I'm just going to get this edge down here real quick. And make sure I got this side, yep. And the other side over there is just white, so I can fix that one later if needed. I know, right? I'm gonna spin the next swipe. I keep meaning to do so and then I keep forgetting until it's too late. Like right now, I wouldn't want to put this on my spinner because I can't tape it down, although you could. It'll stay on there actually. Anyways, you could totally spin this out. So let's do a close-up. Camera's gonna shake. Close your eyes for a second. Hello, Jean. And look at these fun cells. So many. So the little ones in there, like the in-between ones, are from torching. And it gives you kind of those little holes. Yeah, heat gun also works. And maybe better because it's more generalized heat, but either way, super fun. And we've even got some cells coming up a little more into this white up here. Very cool, huh? And here's our wild and crazy infinity pour for anyone who missed it. It almost looks like we've got like a horse's head in here or something. Yeah, I used peachy coral in both. So there's the peachy coral. I'll use a lot of Pacific blue and some of the electric lime. And then it had some leftover paint from the other one, so got some crazy colors in there. Yeah, wild and crazy. Super fun. All right, guys, that's all we've got for today. Does anyone have any questions before we end off for today? Otherwise, I urge you to go take advantage of that course sale and anything else that you need to stock up on. I'm going to do a video soon. I think I'm going to make one of those like temperature thingies to show where we stand towards that 500 order goal. And I'll do just like a couple updates per week, probably on Facebook and maybe also on YouTube, but definitely on Facebook. So hopefully you guys are as excited about this game as I am, so we can get these new products out. I'm working on the new colors over the next few days. We've got to make the colors, make the labels, get the barcodes done, labels printed, all kinds of stuff, plus color match. So it's kind of a lengthy process, but I think we can probably get it done within 2 weeks. Ooh, one other thing that we're working on, hopefully within 2 weeks also, is we will have the option to do subscription paint boxes. So you can choose like 1 box a month or 1 box every 3 months, etc. So I'm getting that put together and I should be able to launch that within 2 weeks. I'll give you guys more data on that, more information on that later on. Thanks, Lucille. Thanks, Carol Ann. Thanks, Effie. Thank you, Jean. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support and appreciate you guys being here. And I'll see you all next time.